All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So HYLN stock has actually been in a bearish run. We've been seeing that since the 24th of November. And from that point forward, it was fighting to try to stay up. And then it has had a major collapse in the last couple of days. So here we are hitting newer lows, and we're gonna move our new resistance and support to its new locations. Let's look at the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 2175. I'd write that down. As long as we're below that, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above that, we're in bullish territory. So when we look at this, it's on its way down closer to this point here at $18 and some change. If that gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows. I want every single investor to be aware of that. We're getting pretty close to those numbers. If we zoom on in here and get it to the T, which is where the recovery started, and I had stated 1810 in one of the trivia questions way back at the beginning of November to pay close attention to. The whole month of November was a run, and here we are seeing the other trajectory. So 1810 is a very important support level to keep in mind in the near future. Let's go ahead and move our support to its new location and our resistance as well. This is a very narrow stretch here, and if resistance is broken through, our next point of resistance is up here at 2064, which lands in between the 50-day moving average and our current resistance. If those two resistance levels do get broken through, we are getting closer to the 50-day moving average, which is the true goal for the bulls. Breaking through resistance down here in bearish territory does not signify that the bulls have gained control. I want every single investor to be aware of that and be reminded of that. Now, let's go ahead and move this to its exact T to the point. And we're currently at 1912, and our support is $19. If $19 gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, newer support levels, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So super important for every single investor to keep in mind and be aware that $19 is a point of reference, which is our next support level. And if that gets broken through, this is on its way down to newer lows, newer support levels, and then we got 1810 as the next point of reference, which is a pretty broad stretch from $19 to 1810, but that's a 90-cent difference. But before getting to any of those numbers below $19, our first support is $19, and if that gets broken through, we're already in bearish territory, and that just means we're getting deeper into newer lows and new support levels. So watch the behavior of this stock very closely. Now, on the other spectrum of things, we have our resistance, and that's 1962. If that gets broken through, it does not signify that the bulls have gained control. This is just the beginning catalyst for the bulls to start to work their way up to newer highs. And if they're working their way up to newer highs, they're getting closer to their goal, which is the 50-day moving average. So I want every single investor to be aware that 1962 needs to be broken through and turn into a support, but it does not signify that the bulls have gained control until they break through the 50-day moving average. This is the beginning to go ahead and start that catalyst and build momentum and turn that into a support to pull away from it to reach newer highs. And then their next point would be up here at 2065, give or take 2064, and then turn that into a support and continue to work their way up to newer highs. But before getting to any of those numbers, 1962 needs to be broken through and turn into a support. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Also, share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Before I go ahead and go on to the next video, I do want to state to you guys that I have opened and launched my website where I talk about weekly stock picks, monthly stock picks, and also daily picks. So check out the website. I mean, there's no post just yet. You have to become a member to gain access. I just launched it today, but you guys can go ahead and check it out if it's something that interests you. There's an intro video at the beginning where I go ahead and speak about what is my intended purpose and goal with the website. I'm going to put the link down below. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on that in the comments down below, or if you guys join on in and become a member, and you guys can go ahead and speak in the forum. I look forward to seeing that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88 and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02 and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates, and even on these dates there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.